It is a big day in our studios and at the box office, especially for Marvel fans.
Let's talk facts. The Avengers are not coming.
The Avengers might not be coming, but the Thunderbolts certainly are, and that is the one and only Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who is back on the big screen as Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, a CIA director who inadvertently brings together an eclectic group of unlikely heroes. And we are thrilled to be closing out the week with a visit from Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who is here in studio this morning. Great to have you here in person.
Thank you. So nice to be here.
A lot of times these conversations are over Zoom, so wonderful to have you here on the couch. Listen, you are back playing, and honestly, one of the best villain names, Valentina Allegra de Fontaine.
Yes.
Fans first Val back in 2021, but we're getting a lot more of her backstory.
Yes.
This is the best thing about the Marvel movies. What made you say yes to this movie in the first place, other than the credit gives you with your kids?
Oh, well, I liked her name. I mean,
Right?
Valentina, actually, Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. Right. It's kind of it's a mouthful, but it speaks volumes in and of itself. And she's a real character in the comics. And I like the idea of playing a sort of a manipulative mastermind. You don't know if she's good or bad. That was very intriguing to me.
And you play it so well. And plus this idea of getting to peel back the layers of who she is and why she is the way she is.
Exactly. And I get to do that in the film. You sort of understand what it is that drives her insatiable desire for power and control.
Well, it reminded me a little bit of, you know, like the story of Wicked in a way, where you're looking at is good bad, is bad good.
Oh, yeah, interesting point. Yeah, right.
Your co-star Florence Pugh says you are so good in this movie. She is secretly rooting for your character, she says. She's even, you know, your character is great because she's likable even when she's being devious and manipulative. And she seems like somebody who's always trying to stack the power in her favor. And she's able to pivot fast when things change.
Yes.
So do you consider her a villain?
I consider her, I've coined a phrase, anti-villain.
Okay.
The way that the Thunderbolts are anti-heroes. So I think she's sort of not quite a villain,
half a turn.
but that's what I would say.
She's an anti-villain. Okay, we cannot give away the plot, obviously, but generally speaking, there are a lot of fight scenes in this movie, and Valentina finds herself in the middle of a pretty big one. How did that work? And when you're shooting this, how much of this is green screen and you know, behind the scenes, and how much is you there?
Well, we did very little green screen, actually. I had one scene where I got to punch somebody. I actually did.
Do you physically hit them?
Uh-huh. And then we had another scene where I'm sort of thrown across a room, and that was fun to do too. I mean, the whole thing is just, we did a lot of stunts in the movie practically.
Okay, can I go back to the actually hitting someone?
Yeah.
How do you mentally get in your head to hit them as hard as you can?
Well, you don't hit them as hard as you can, but you look like you're hitting them as hard as you can.
Is that fun?
Yeah, it's really fun, and I work with a stunt team. I mean, it's a very tiny moment in the movie, but I wanted it to be perfect, and I work with a stunt team to get all the to get a really deep understanding of what the physicality is in order to make it look real. And you know what one trick is?
Tell me.
Pull back very quickly.
Can you demo?
No.
Okay. Is it like grade 8 drama class where, you know, the person takes a swing and the other person claps? Like,
no,
it's not that cheesy.
No, it's not that.
Okay. All right, well, you have to watch the movie and see it in real time.
Yeah.
You've brought so much joy to people over the course of your career, whether it's in Seinfeld or in Veep, which I love, now in the Marvel movies, and I'm curious, in this season of your life, what brings you joy?
Oh, chasing my curiosity brings me joy.
Oh, where does that take you?
Marvel Universe. It does.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, of course. You know, to really dive deep into this world and really be a part of it is not anything I'd ever done before. And so I was curious about it, and so I pursued that.
And how did you read the comics? Like, how'd you do it?
Well, I mean, I read I read some of the comics that I was in, and of course I became more familiar with the movies themselves, although I already kind of knew them, right? But, you know, and just sort of thought long and hard about how I was going to play this part, you know, how I was going to do it to sort of separate it out.
I'm going to give you a bit of a compliment here because our producer Katie has said you were sort of like the gateway drug to Marvel. She did not watch Marvel movies ahead of time. She saw this movie. She said it stands alone. And I'm like, so is she the gateway drug to Marvel? And she said, maybe.
Oh, wow. Isn't that a real compliment? But I think the movie's good. I don't think you have to have seen, actually, I know you don't have to have seen all the Marvel movies leading up to it. It stands on its own.
It stands on its own in large part because of you in the film.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say.
It's all very true. I'm happy to say it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks for being in studio with us today.